What's up guys, Cardtaka here, and today we're going over another Digimon deck profile. Today we'll be going over the Mega Gargomon / Rapidmon X-Antibody deck profile from BT-19. So with the support from the BT-19, there is a few new cards that we will be using in this deck. There's actually not a lot compared to the Galmon deck, but I think some of the new additions we have are pretty nice. But I think some of the old stuff we have is just a lot better, just because the advanced deck is amazing. So let's get right into the deck profile. So for the Digitamas, we're running 4 of the Gummymons from the ST17. So this one is on attack. If you have a green Tamer on the board, you can draw one. So here for extra draw power. So running 4 of those. Level 6s, we are running 4 of the Mega Gargomon Ace. So this is still one of my favorite Ace Digimon to play. Simply because you can Digivolve on top of any Rapidmon, which is not something that all Ace Digimon can do. So Digivolving on top of a level 4 is just stonks. So it has blocker and reboot, and then on evolution you can rest 2 Digimon / Tamers, and then until the end of the turn, those Digimon and Tamers cannot unsuspend, and they cannot Digivolve. And then also on evolution and at the end of attack, you can unsuspend this Digimon. So overall, although you cannot hardcast this to use the effect, just being able to just stun Digimon and stopping them from evolving is actually really clutch. So yeah, we're running 4 of these. And whenever you have a Rapidmon on your board, it just makes your opponent have to think whether they want to attack you or not, because it could end up pretty badly for them. So yeah. Alright, next for the other level 6, we're running 4 of the Rapidmon X-Antibody, one of the goated level 6s in my opinion. This one and the Magmon are just both really strong. So this one has Armor Purge, and on evolution you can suspend all of your opponent's Digimon, and then this Digimon may attack. And on both players' turns, when this card has Rapidmon or X-Antibody in its evolution source, all of your opponent's Digimon that are suspended get minus 4000 DP. And then whenever a opponent's Digimon is deleted by battle or by having 0 DP, you can gain 2 memory. So helps you reset the board a bit, or reset your turn a bit. So really strong card. So we're running 4/4 just because these are just super strong and you want to see them as soon as possible. They are pretty much your win cons. So yeah. Next, we're running the ST17 Rapidmon. So this Rapidmon has an on-play and an on-evolution ability, which is just to Digivolve 1 your opponent's Digimon, and then if you have a green Tamer, this Digimon cannot be deleted by your opponent's effects, and cannot be returned to the hand or deck under the end of your opponent's turn. So it gives you protection for your turn. You can have this set up so that you can have the Mega Gargomon Ace play in case your opponent is getting greedy and attacking you anyway. And that way you have pretty good protection. Being protected from bounce and deletion is a pretty good coverage. It doesn't have the DP minus, but it's okay. It's okay. And the inheritability is also pretty good. On both turns, whenever Digimon deletes the opponent's Digimon in battle, you can trash the top card security. So yeah, overall, just really strong. So that's actually the only level 5 we're running, because both of our level 6s can Digivolve off of Rapidmon, so we don't really need to have other level 5s. And honestly, I was trying the Rapidmon Ace, but the rest of the deck is just really good, so we don't really need to have this. We already have the Mega Gargomon, which can Digivolve on top of all the level 4s and 5s in this deck, so it becomes kind of redundant. And his evolution and on-playability aren't that great. So maybe this card will be better in another more generic green deck later on, but for its own tribal deck, I think the Mega Gargomon Ace is good enough. So we are running just those 4 level 5s. And then for level 4s, we are going to be running the 4 Rapidmon from ST17. This one has blocker and armor purge, and then whenever this Digimon is rested, you can minus 4,000 to all your opponents, to one of your opponents' Digimon and all of their security. So stonks, and then Inherit just gives you plus 1k when this card's rested. And we're also running 4 of the Rapidmon from BT-8, so this one also has Armor Purge. And then on evolution, you for every Tamer you have, you can rest one of your opponent's Digimon, and then you can choose 3 of your opponent's Digimon that are rested and give them minus 5,000 DP. So also pretty good. Does not have an Inherit, but it's fine. The drops on top of Terriermon for 3. So, yep. All right, next for the level 3s, we are going to be running 4 of the Terriermon from ST17. So this one just lets you play a Tamer, a green Tamer, or a Lotmon for 2 cost less. So pretty good. We are running Tamers and Lotmons in his deck, so he's always handy to have. And it is a main phase skill ability. So even if you push it out from raising, you can still activate it. So it's a pretty ideal target to have. We're also running 2 of the Lotmons from SC17, so this is a target for your Double Typhoon as well as your Terriermon. Gives one of your Digimon Alliance, which does help with the deck, so it's pretty good. And we're also running 4 of the new Terriermon from BT-18. This is pretty much one of the only newer cards we're running. We're also running, of course, a new Henry, but this new Terriermon is good just because it does have a main phase ability, so you can Digivolve it in the raising area, push it out, and then gain the memory during your turn. You get a memory if you have Henry or the Calamon. So, pretty good. And we're also running 2 of the Terriermon from BT3. So this is a floodgate. It stops your opponent from gaining memory. This is a flex slot. You can run anything you want in this slot. I just like to have it just in case my opponent is playing a deck that does rely on gaining memory. That way you have a floodgate on the board. It does hinder your opponent from making further plays unless they remove this. So it becomes kind of a pain in the ass, and I quite like that. And another pain in the ass is the Pomamon. So Pomamon from BT-9 is a ability that activates on both players' turns. And basically, neither player can play Digimon by effects. So if you don't know, Lord Nightmon, the purple Lord Nightmon, is one of the best decks in the format right now. And you do want to stop it from just going bonkers and playing cards with abilities. And this card was one of the cards that can do that. And also kind of hinders just any deck that plays cards with effects like blue and whatnot. So yeah, it's a good card. I do wish it was a Terriermon or a Lotmon, but that would be too good. So we do have a Pomamon instead. Next we are running 2 of the Henrys from EX2. Now this slot is pretty arguable. You can run Mimi if you want, you can run Henry if you want. I'm running Henry just because it is Henry and you get the extra memory from the BT-19 Terriermon. Without running this Henry, we're actually only running the BT-19 Henry. So that's not enough targets in my opinion to make full use of the Terriermon. Argument for Mimi is Mimi lets you make more aggressive plays because you can pump eggs out faster and just promote level 3s faster, which is also really good. But Henry's a second ability, which is whenever one of your Gargomon or Rapidmon, or one of your Gargomon or Rapidmon attacks, you can rest this Tamer to rest one of their Digimon, which is pretty good for bypassing Digimon with protection against Digimon effects, because this is a Tamer effect, so you can rest it. So it's still pretty good, but it's honestly up to you guys. I'm also, because I have 2 alt arts, so might as well run them. But if you want to run Mimi instead, that is definitely doable. So next we're running 2 of the Henrys from BT-19. So at the start of main phase, if you have a Digimon with Terriermon, Gargomon, or Rapidmon in its name, you can gain 1 memory. And then the second effect is, on both players' turn, whenever any of your Digimon digivolves into a green Digimon, By suspending this Tamer, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So the good thing about this one is you can actually save this for your opponent's turn while you use this on your turn. So when you blast Digivolve, you can actually use the ability to tap this, so that can further rest another Digimon, something that's not as important, but can probably also attack. So you can also use this to tap one of your Digimon, and if one has a Tamer, you can use this to tap a Tamer and another Digimon. So overall, just pretty good. Very flexible card, and lets you just kind of control how your opponent plays. So pretty good. It's nice to have two different ways to rest your opponent's Digimon with Tamers. And then we are running two of the Wallaces. So Wallace, one play lets you hatch an egg, which is nice. And then on your turn, whenever one of your Gargomon and Rapidmon, whenever you Digivolve into one of your Rapidmon or Gargomon, you can rest a Tamer to get -1 cost for that. So it helps you Digivolve for cheaper, which is pretty nice. So that is our Tamer lineup. Next, let's move over to our options. So we are running 3 of the Double Typhoon. So the Double Typhoon lets you look at the top 3, and then you can grab any green card from there. Green Digimon or Tamer, which is pretty nice, and then you put the rest at the bottom and move this to the battle area. And the delay effect is to play a Terriermon or Lopmon for free. So you can kind of set up your Terriermon Floodgate if you want. Lets you play a Terriermon that helps you reduce the cost. So you can use this, play this, and use this cost to reduce the cost of these and just slap one of them down. So it's pretty good. Running 3, we don't really have too much space for the 4th one, but 3 is enough. Next, we're running 4 of the agility training. So everybody knows what this does, so we're gonna go into it. Next, we're running 1 potential unleashed. So this is also a really strong card in this deck because you can use your Double Typhoon, play out one of your Terriermon or Lopmons, and then you can use this to tap that to Digivolve one of your Digimon. So make full use of your cards. Pretty stonks. And last but not least, we are also running 2 of the X-Antibody Protoform. So this one is in here obviously because we are running the Rapidmon X-Antibody. And if you are slotting this under one of your Rapidmons, you can Digivolve into this for 3, which is amazing. And also lets you reuse some of your cards from your stack if it would have gotten removed. So pretty good overall, just stonks. So that is pretty much it for this deck. It's a pretty fun deck to play, and I do think it's got pretty good consistency. I think the main problem with this deck is just because there's a lot more faster decks out there that can kind of stop you from Digivolving as well. Mainly the Lord Nightmon. So I think that's sort of a problem right now, but I think the deck's fun, and I do really like the little sprinkles of support that we've gotten over the past few sets. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. This is Karaku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!